Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode of NASCAR Heat 4 Career Mode. I hope you're all having a great day. Today we go to Richmond in both the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series. There you see today's news. Gary Owen got win number 1 of the season last time out, and he's confident that this could be his title season. We have had no repeat winners this season, which certainly is a little bit of a shake-up now. There's some rumors swirling about potential drivers switching teams next season, and Owen has also been seen talking with a JGR for next season potentially, so we'll see where that goes now as we lead into this Richmond weekend here in the Xfinity Series to start us off. We had subscriber Tucker Kentworth in the car for us, and as you guys remember possibly, that Richmond is one of our worst tracks in the Xfinity Series, so I wasn't expecting much. He started down quite far in the field, and he had big issues as he came through turns 3 and turns 4 later in the race, straight into the water barrels, and that would take us out of the race here in Richmond, as there was P38 for Tucker Kentworth here, unfortunately, in the Xfinity Series. So that completely ruined the Xfinity race. Now as we came through in the Cup Series qualifying, though, running a 20.643, and we actually qualify P10, so very solid qualifying effort leading us into this race where last season we won this race here in Richmond Springs. So we got Kevin Harvick on pole.
Short track racing at its finest. We're at Richmond Raceway for the Toyota Owners 400. Tonight we make our first of 2 stops at America's premier short track. The green flag is about to fly. It's time to go racing.
All right, thank you, Rick Allen. We're ready to go green here for the Toyota Owners 400 at Richmond. Jimmy Johnson's car is really fast today, so maybe look out for him to carry a bunch of speed throughout this race. Is Daniel Hemrick, though. He's been struggling all weekend. We'll see if they can turn it around. And there you see our Stewart-Haas Racing teammate Kevin Harvick, the 2014 champion, on pole here tonight in Richmond. Now as we get ready to go green, myself and Harvick kind of leading the SHR club right now with wins, at least tied both of us with 1. Now as we're ready to go green, as the green flag is up, Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch lead the front row to the green flag as we go down towards turns 1. William Byron on my inside. Once again, as usual, William Byron's right on that kind of cutoff line or so, trying to battle his way into the playoffs now, as he did make it last season. He was the last car in the playoffs in our crew mode last season, and unfortunately he went out very early, though, in that first round. As we go a little bit deep into turns 3 behind the 12 of Ryan Blaney as we exit turn 4, coming through to complete this first and opening lap. Alex Bowman to our inside. Obviously he has a win from, I believe, Las Vegas earlier this season, and him and Chase Elliott are the currently only 2 Hendrick drivers that are in the top 10 in points. They got wins. Jimmy Johnson is another Hendrick driver with a win, but he's not in that top 10 in points now to come through out of turns 4. So 3 Hendrick drivers this season already got wins. Can William Byron join and make it 4? Now as we came through on lap 4, we had made a pass on Ryan Newman, so back up inside the top 10 at this point. We had gotten up the inside of Chase Elliott. We had passed him for the 8th position on lap 5 as we were starting to move our way forwards pretty well now, as the car was feeling pretty good on the short run. As we came through, we had climbed up to P7 on lap 8, but then Ryan Newman had actually gotten into my inside as he would make the passes. We're pretty loose on the exit of the corner. He did not touch me. I just completely lost the back end. You can see as this run went on, the car was getting looser and looser as we went down towards turns 1 with just 11 to go here in stage 1, with Brad Keselowski leading as our teammate Almirola just went spinning out of turns 4, collecting Chris Buescher and a few others as well, as that's going to bring out a caution for the first time here tonight at Richmond. Now as Almirola will be sent to the back. He would stay in this race. It would not be a DNF for Almirola as we would get right back into the action. Keselowski on that front row along with the 19 of Martin Truex Jr. for Joe Gibbs Racing. So the longer the run went, though, I was definitely feeling a lot of a difference in the car. It was getting looser and looser, so I was a little bit concerned on this restart that we might drop some time here as we run P9, going down into turn 3. Menard sends it up the inside. I was hoping to actually get down in front of him. Unfortunately, couldn't make it work, but we have room to get down on the exit of turns 4 as we hit lap 18 and 24.7 to go here in stage 1 as we try to get up the inside of Kyle Busch as well as Jimmy Johnson. We're going to make a 3 wide with Paul Menard and Jimmy Johnson there as he kind of left that hole, and I got pretty aggressive there going down into the corner now as we're going to be 3 wide still, just a little bit there as we go down into turns 3. We're going to clear the 21 of Menard and get ahead of Jimmy Johnson as well as we exit turns 4. Once again, we're sideways and we overcorrect. The right rear hits the wall and it keeps us straight. Jimmy Johnson loses quite a bit of momentum from that as well as the 3 of Austin Dillon. He would send it up the inside 3 wide as we came through turns 1 and turns 2 as I just completely lost the back end, and you can see how much time it costed me because we dropped down all the way to P14 as we came to the final lap of this first stage. Kevin Harvick was leading at this point as we went down this back straightaway for the final time here in stage 1. Hamlin and Kyle Busch behind us. None of them are getting stage points either as we come through turns 3 and turns 4. Unfortunately, no stage points for us here in stage 1 as we cross the line to get P14 here in this first stage. Kevin Harvick wins the stage and gets an extra playoff point. Ryan Newman up there in P2. Ryan Newman has run pretty strong this season. Obviously, we haven't enjoyed it much because he's been running into us a lot. So we'll see if that continues. As I would make a wedge adjustment to make the car tighter, I put it up to 50.9, and hopefully that will make a difference here in the long run. Eric Almirola will lead us to the green flag because he stayed out at the end of stage 1, so the green flag is back out. Stage 2 is underway here at Richmond. Almirola wrecked earlier on lap 13, and he pitted, he stayed out, and you can see he's already dropping back like a rock. So he probably made a terrible call, unless maybe we get a caution in like 5 or 6 laps, and we'll see how it works out for him as we come through turns 3. William Byron 3 wide with his teammate of Alex Bowman, then the 3 of Austin Dillon for Richard Chojas Racing on the bottom would be able to go through and make some quality passes there here with 21 laps to go on the stage. So Byron, he's been certainly running pretty decent, but not good enough now as we're looking like we may go 4 wide on the exit of turn 2, but it works out for us now as both Bowman and Byron actually backed out of it there. So just being really aggressive here now as we run P11 by Blaney going on the inside of the 43, a big stack up there on the exit of the corner from Austin Dillon, and I take the opportunity and pounce on it, go up the inside of both Blaney and Dillon 3 wide, and all of a sudden we're up to P8. We would run down Chase Elliott for P7, and we would be able to make the pass on him, and then we would now run down Eric Almirola. He was way off the pace due to the old tires that I would just get to the inside of him, and we would just drive right on by the 10 of Almirola without an issue. Then now on lap 11 of the stage, we had gotten to the inside of Ryan Newman. We had worked our way up to P4 as Keselowski was leading the way. So running really good as we came to lap 17 through turns 3 and turns 4. Newman still just behind us now as we exit the corner. Once again, very sideways. This time we overcorrect hard into the outside. Well, heavy contact on the front end. The caution comes out, 16 seconds of damage. That means we must give up 2 laps due to our custom DNF rule there, as I just lost the back end. And I think we had the same thing happen last time at Richmond, if I'm not mistaken. So we had to give up 2 laps. This time you guys are going to see what I do. I pull off the track and then just give up the laps. This actually ended the stage. So once again, last time this DNF rule came into effect, it was right at the end of a stage. This time the same thing happened. Therefore, we're going to gain 1 lap back right away here for the start of the 3rd and final stage. Ryan Parise won the stage, so obviously he must have stayed out under the caution. But either way, we will gain 1 lap back, which means we're looking for the lucky dog here in the 3rd and final stage.
You're covered to the green.
So definitely a lot of ground to make up here within the final 50 laps or so here at Richmond International Raceway. Kevin Harvick will lead the way to the green, it looks like now, as we're right behind the 38 of David Reagan. So hopefully we get the lucky dog fairly quickly. No, it's Keselowski actually leading the way now as Chase Elliott's just in front of us. He joins us here kind of in the back of the field. But obviously we kind of need that caution, I think, before lap 70 or so. And we were just kind of following Chase Elliott through the field at this point as we came to the next lap now on lap 53, just running right behind him as we went down towards turns 3 there behind the 32 of Corey LaJoy. Now we go to the inside of the 9 of Elliott. There's kind of get to the back there of the 32 of LaJoy, getting to his outside now as we go down towards turns 1 here on lap 54, and I make a big mistake. We hit the wall, and then we hit the 32. He goes sideways, and we just kind of push right through him now as he goes up into the wall. That was 100% my fault there, as I just made a simple mistake now as we would, though, be able to climb our way through the field. We climbed up to passing P26 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Still P40, looking for that lucky dog. Now came out of turns 2 on lap 64, making a pass on our teammate of Eric Almirola. So we continued to move forwards to the point where we would run down the next group of cars. Clint Boyer, Michael McDowell up here. Chase Elliott had gotten just behind us here on lap 69. Nice as we come through turns 1 and at turns 2 up the inside of Boyer. Now as we get into the side of him, and Elliott gets collected in the mess as well as he goes spinning into the inside wall. And the caution's going to come out here in Richmond. 100% on me. On the bright side, we get the lucky dog, but it's not how I wanted to get it, obviously, now, as I just came out of turn 2, and I've had that happen here in Richmond before, where you're pushing too hard on the exit of turns 2, and then you just drive straight into the car beside you, and unfortunately, like I said, all on me. Unfortunately, Chase Elliott was in the wrong spot at the wrong time. He gets collected in that mess, so apologies to Chase Elliott now, as hopefully you guys aren't too mad about that now, as that was not on purpose, obviously. I just kind of made a simple mistake out of turns 2, and thankfully our teammate Boyer here, he was able to keep the car straight and obviously pick up no damage, so that was good for him. But either way, we were on the lead lap now at least, and this would help us, of course, get back up inside the top 30 as we came to lap 76. Ryan Blaney was actually leading at this point, but obviously since that crash late in stage 2, everything has just not gone well for us at all. We came to lap 81 though, up to P23, trying to work on the 66 of Joey Gase. We would pass him, we would get up to Landon Castle, we would pass Castle and enter the top 20 here on lap 86, but still green flag racing. Didn't look like a caution was going to come out at this point until we got a caution here with 14 laps to go as Ryan Blaney was leading the way, so we would get right back into the action. No pit stops necessary, so Blaney tries to hold on here for win number 1 of the season. He did not get a win last season in our career mode, so it's been since our rookie season in the Cup Series since Ryan Blaney has won in our career mode. So we'll see if he can pull it off today, as I'm going to get aggressive going 3 wide up the outside of the 24 of William Byron now as we exit turn 2, a little bit of sideways on the exit of the corner, trying to not reenact what we just did earlier with the 9 of Chase Elliott with, say, my teammate of Eric Almirola, as we would go 3 wide up the inside though of Eric Jones, and we made the pass on him now as we come through to cross the line behind the 95 of Matt Benedetto with 9 laps to go. Here's we go up the inside of him through turns 1 and turns 2 now, so we're just continuing to move our way forwards, but I already felt the car kind of falling off at this point, so I was just kind of hoping we could get to the end of this race because I knew we were going to start losing time. But sure enough, we come to 2 laps to go. Kyle Busch had taken the lead as we were running P16. We're going to go 3 wide up the inside between the 00 and 6. We get past Castle, who tries to fight back as we go down towards turns 3. But we know we have a much faster car than Landon Castle. Sure enough, we pass him, and we run P15 as the white flag is in the air for Kyle Busch, who looks for his first win of the season, surprisingly, and his first win, actually, in quite a while now, as we go up the inside almost of Newman. Sure enough, we get to the inside of him as we exit turn 2 with half a lap to go at his left rear, but it's clear now as we go down towards turns 3 for the final time. I thought about maybe lunging in and hitting him, but I knew I was probably not going to make the corner very well with that, so we come through out of turns 4 for a disappointing P15 here at Richmond Raceway, and Kyle Busch gets win number 1 of the season and win 71 of his career, which puts him within 5 wins or so of Dale Earnhardt. So we're going to see if Kyle Busch can pass Dale Earnhardt this season. I thought he would easily be able to do that, but we don't know yet. We'll see how it goes. And after the race, I said we had short run speed, but it would all fall apart in the long run, obviously, as you guys were able to witness. It just did not go well for us tonight, so hopefully we can turn it around in the next one at Talladega. As always, we're going to try and apologize to everyone, kind of, because everything tonight was kind of my fault, unfortunately, so I didn't feel a need to provoke anyone. And as always, though, if you guys did enjoy this episode, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Those would all be very, very appreciated. I'd like to thank you all for taking the time out of your day to watch this episode. In the next one, we go to Talladega Super Speedway. So last time we came to Talladega, we won. So we're going to see if we can get win number 2 of the season here as we lead the playoff grid. But, I mean, there's like 5 guys tied for the lead in there. You see the rest of the playoff grid. So I'll see you guys in the next one for Talladega, where hopefully we come out on top with a win. So thank you for watching, everybody, and have yourselves a great day.